They say ignorance is bliss, and they were right. As a child, there were still pages left to turn in this chapter of life. I had so much to read and so much blank space on which to write. They say ignorance is bliss, and bliss wasn't something I cared to fight. Now I'm a teen and grown up enough to know I'm not the child I used to be. I want to go back in time before I'm fine became dishonest. When 69 was just a number, back when I didn't doubt myself or wonder if God was even real. Can't I just return to when I was small, back when fun surprises made me squeal? I would devour books like they were my favorite dessert instead of spending precious hours scrolling through the over-filtered and over-rehearsed. Oh, how I miss being a child and the simplicity of life back then. It was a mere few years ago, but a paradise of imagination and pretend. As I grew in age, the makeup I wore and the clothes I adorned became forced into aesthetics and trends, and as I put down books and instead picked up my phone, the world dimmed a little bit and lost some of its glow. As a child, I swore I wouldn't be like the grown-ups, too busy to climb a tree because family was no longer a game, it was their reality. Too caught up in screens, I eyed with disgust. I swore I wouldn't be like the grown-ups. Kind of. Because even as a child, I longed to grow up. Longed to be taller, if just by an inch. They say ignorance is bliss, and they were right, because as a child I didn't realize how good I had it. And now I'm begging to return to the simplicity of my childhood life. Not yet ready to grieve the moments and memories, not yet ready to walk down my own path or claim my own melody. Growing up is a funny thing because when you're small, you stand on your tiptoes, reaching for everything you're not ready for, stuffing your mind with knowledge, always hungry for more, observing with widening eyes until they snap shut. Scared of what the future holds, frightened of the reeling unknown, and therein lies the irony of it all. When you meet the threshold between childhood and adulthood, you wish you could skirt to a stop, wishing for a wreck or even a cop to pull you over for a crime you didn't commit, to slow down time, to stop the chime that rings, that dings, that marks the end of this thing and terminates the simple sublime. Can I reclaim what was mine? What was mine? And isn't mine anymore, so I stand at the door of my childhood home with the baggage I must shoulder alone and step out into the reeling unknown, and I can see it. I can finally see why the adults so often reminisce, because they know what children can't reach on their tiptoes. The adults remember what it's like to be a kid, the happiness that accompanies not knowing, because they know ignorance is bliss.